Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today, Investcorp Credit Management BDC Incorporated just filed an 8, and I'm seeing some interesting takeaways about their recent financial performance. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The company is talking about their latest quarterly results, and while the headlines might seem a bit mixed so far, digging into the details here can give us a clearer picture. This filing is a standard current report, which companies use to announce major events that shareholders should know about. In this case, Investcorp Credit Management BDC Incorporated is sharing its financial results for the first quarter of 2026. We are looking at Investcorp Credit Management BDC Incorporated, ticker symbol ICMB. They are in the business of financial services, specifically asset management. Their market cap is currently around $21 million. The report is dated May 12, 2026. And it covers their financial performance up to the 31st of March 2026. The main reason for this filing is to officially release their financial results. They've put out a press release and a supplemental investor presentation to go along with it. This press release is essentially the company's official statement on how they performed financially. It is where they announce the key numbers investors are looking for. The investor presentation is usually a more visual way to digest the financial information. It often highlights the main points from the earnings release and can give a good overview of the company's strategy and outlook. Looking at the external context, some recent headlines suggest that Investcorp Credit Management BDC Incorporated's first quarter results may have missed forecasts, with one report specifically mentioning a decline in net asset value and their investment portfolio. Another piece of news indicates they have reduced their revolving credit facility, which could signal a move to deleverage or manage cash flow more conservatively. This filing is important because it provides the official details behind those headlines. It is the company's own report on its financial health, and we need to check what the numbers actually say. Let's dive into what this means for the company. While specific financial tables are part of the attached exhibits, the summary information here tells us they are reporting on their fiscal quarter ending the 31st of March 2026. The context from news sources about a decline in their net asset value and portfolio is concerning for an asset management company. Net asset value, or NAV, is essentially the company's value per S-Hair based on its underlying investments. If that is declining, it means the value of the assets they manage has gone down. Reducing a revolving credit facility, while it can be a sign of good financial housekeeping, might also suggest they are anticipating less need for short-term borrowing or are actively trying to reduce their debt obligations. For a company in the financial sector, managing debt and ensuring the value of their assets are sound is critical. Considering they are announcing these results on May 12, 2026, this gives us the most current snapshot of their financial standing. These reports are what investors look at to make decisions, and seeing a potential decline in NAV and portfolio value requires a closer look at the underlying causes. What this filing provides are the official numbers. The press release and presentation, which are incorporated by reference, would contain the specifics. Without seeing those detailed tables directly within this 8K, we rely on the summary and the context from other reports. However, the fact that they are highlighting these results indicates the company believes they are significant enough to warrant immediate disclosure. For a company with a market capitalization of $21 million, a decline in NAV and portfolio value can have a more pronounced impact. This isn't a giant corporation where a small percentage drop is negligible. For smaller asset managers, the performance of their managed assets directly affects their revenue and profitability. The implications of a reduced credit facility could be varied. It might mean they are confident in their current cash flow and don't need the flexibility of that facility. Alternatively, it could be a proactive step to strengthen their balance sheet in uncertain times. What I am looking for is the breakdown of the portfolio to understand what specific assets are causing the decline. Are they in a particular sector that is struggling, or is it a broader market downturn affecting all their holdings? Also, understanding the terms of the reduced credit facility would provide more insight into their financial strategy. At the end of the day, for Investcorp Credit Management BDC Incorporated, the performance of their investment portfolio is their core business. Any sign of weakness there, as hinted at by the news, is a key point of concern. The filing is signed by Suhail A. Shaikh, who is listed as the President and Chief Executive Officer. This is pretty standard for these types of reports, showing the company's top leadership is responsible for the accuracy of the information being filed. The date of the signature is May 13, 2026, just a day after the announcement, which is typical for these filings to be processed quickly after the event. So, to wrap up, Investcorp Credit Management BDC Incorporated has announced its first quarter results for 2026. While the full details are in the exhibits, The external news suggests a challenging quarter with a decline in NAV and portfolio value, alongside a move to reduce their credit facility. This indicates a period of potential pressure for the company, and investors will be watching closely to see how they navigate these challenges. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps, and subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description.